So if we could only have the most amount of money, no stress, or the people who buy, if we got to pick who buys it, if we can only have one of those three, and I'm not saying you can only have one, which one is most important?
Well, I don't care who buys it. So I think for me it's the money.
Yeah, I think without the money, the others don't matter as much.
Okay,
good,
so
we agree.
money is number one.
I hate saying it like that though, right? Like, I mean, it
Don't-
is, but
But that's okay. And that's why we're having this conversation, right? Because if the money doesn't match what you need it to match, when I bring you an offer, we're going to be having a struggle with the conversation. But me knowing now how important money is to you will ease our communications in the future. If I didn't know, that's something that who you hire, they should know that. And
I
they
just don't want
should-
you to think we're greedy people because we've taken such good care of our house. It's the thing that we've invested in. I just don't want you to think we're being greedy.
I don't think you're being greedy at all. I can tell that you've loved this home, and I don't think that's greedy at all. So if we can have, the next is no stress and who buys it. Which one of those two is most important?
No stress.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to get them on the same page. So I know money is a big factor for them, and I know that they want to turn everything over to me, and I'm going to, every time an objection comes up, I'm going to handle that. I'm going to handle that. We're going to handle that. The team's going to handle that. And this is kind of really a non-issue. So typically when I ask these questions, it's time, money, and communication are the three things that come out. Because they've either had a good experience in the past or they've had a bad one where they were, they listed them and left them. And they don't want that to happen again. And usually there's some kind of time constraint. They have to be somewhere within a certain period of time, or they have all the time in the world. So they may want to start at a higher price because they have all of the time in the world. So I'm trying to find out what's most important to them. This is my listing presentation. And then when I finish with these questions, I sit down and I ask them, is there anything that I should have asked you about your situation that I didn't? I already know that they're moving to where, I already know all that stuff, so I just needed to find out what was most important to them. They know about me, they know about my marketing, there's no questions there. Are there any questions that I should have asked you that I didn't? 9 times out of 10, the answer to that is no. And then I look them square both in the eye and I said, okay, are you ready to get started and choose a price for your home? And then I go into pricing, write it on the listing agreement and get it signed.